is Jessica from Jessie Lozano in the Morning. I'm here with my buddies Rob and Rob. They make some of the coolest shirts at Comic-Con. I mean, how cute is that? It's gold. Cool. So cool. And they're local to here, to San Diego.
Our shop, we've actually maxed out at 20,000 shirts in a day.
That's why I wanted to get their input on what the best practices for Comic-Con are. They know the inside scoop. Now, if I was a first timer, since you guys have both been there a few times, you know, you said you've been there going for over a decade.
Yeah.
What would be your first piece of advice to somebody that's their first time at Comic-Con?
Take the trolley. Number one.
Okay.
I mean, if we're talking survival guide stuff, take the trolley. Don't try to park there. The only time that you should ever try to park there is if you bought your parking passes for 2014, like yesterday. You know, then
not only do we have our parking pass, we still get there at 6 in the morning.
Yeah, because
oh my gosh.
Even with the purchased parking pass, you're still hosed.
Yeah, because it's already full by 6:30. It's already full. So
Yeah.
that would be tip number one. I guess lesson number two is take it easy. You're not going to see everything, and just own that. You know?
Just know there is
So much to see.
Can't.
Yeah. So
can't.
just decide what you want to see first and go there. That's got to be the best piece, and then just be chill because man, you are going to be getting very familiar with several thousand people. In every sort of way, rubbing elbows, smelling smells.
Yeah, you gotta wear.
So,
Wear deodorant.
For sure, gotta wear deodorant. Breath mints are good. We like them. Especially when they're all up in your ear, like.
Oh, I
buddy.
know.
Oh, and
Yeah.
wash your hands. And I'm not talking about the people who don't normally. I'm talking about even clean folks. Wash your hands because you're touching stuff, you're shaking hands. You will. I mean, we get the con cough every year.
Con cough.
Oh, yeah.
That's a thing?
That's a
It's
thing.
brutal
It
too.
is such a thing.
You start to feel it come on like around like Saturday. You're like, oh no, the con cough coming.
Yeah. Always drink water. Always drink water.
That's the one thing I learned last year that I'm definitely gonna make sure I do this year is I brought one of those. I brought one of those water bottle filter ones.
Yeah.
So I could just go to the
Smart.
water machines and just refill that, and then it has those filters in it as I drink it.
That's the best thing you
Those are
could
the
ever
best
done.
things.
The thing I'd say is a lot of people are always waiting in lines to go see famous people, but we've always found that it's just more of being aware of your situation.
Right.
We had a couple funny things happen. One time, I'm doing a transaction at the booth, and the group of people leave, and Rob comes up to me. He's like, "Dude, do you know who that was?" I'm like, "Yeah, the guy wanted some shirts. He bought a few shirts for us. He said he's gonna wear them to a show tonight." He goes, "That was Will Wheaton." Like,
Oh,
no way. So he had his beard growing out and everything. And so that night he actually watched the Sci-Fi Film Festival and all that, and we saw our shirt all over the place. It was being blown up on the Sci-Fi Twitter account and everything. We're there, we made it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Or another time we're in the back, we're actually pulling shirts because we had run out of stock. And we look up and Rosario Dawson's right there in our booth, hanging out. She had a mask on. We're like, "You Rosario Dawson?" "Yeah." "This is awesome." So we hung out with Rosario for a while. So it's always just be aware of your surroundings because
You're probably going to run into somebody.
Exactly.
Right.
Everybody's always waiting in line to go wave at that famous person. They're everywhere.
if you're a local San Diegan, and you don't have passes to the Comic-Con, but you still want to be a part of it. You want to go down there for a little bit and see things. Where should they go? Should they just roam the gas lamp and try to find?
Well,
what are the
there's-
cool things to do?
That's one place, specifically the Hard Rock. Sci-Fi usually sets up there in the Hard Rock bar area. There's a big parking lot. It's an Ace parking lot. It's right across the street from the end of the convention center. I don't know what the hotel is. Is it the Marriott or the
Omni?
Well, no.
Oh, Hilton.
Hilton.
The new one.
Yeah.
There's a big parking lot over there. There's a parking lot on the opposite side where they actually have big events. NBC basically had a kind of a fun house one year where they were premiering all of their fall schedule, and they had big booths set up outside. So I mean, you could get the Comic-Con experience now as opposed to not even 5 years ago outside of the show without even having to have a pass at all.
Yeah.
So we'll see you at Comic-Con
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
sure, and make sure to check them out. Okay.
Awesome.